Page 11, moving right along in your musical education. Let's go to the song titled Greensleeves. Now this is actually a Christmas piece, so depending on when you're practicing, you may be having Christmas in July, but I think you'll really enjoy this piece. It's a beautiful piece, has some minor chords in it, so it has kind of an element of mystery. There's lots of neat things to work through. Let's go and dig into the chords. Right off the bat, the first phrase says, "What child is this?" Now above that, there's a capital E with a small m next to it. So if you remember from the first section of this course, a small m denotes a minor chord. Here's the definition again. To change a major chord into a minor chord, simply lower the third a half step. So let's first find an E major chord. Okay, I've picked a little higher E this time because the song has a little bigger range. I used the tetrachord plus a whole step pattern to find the E major chord. Whole step, half step, whole step. That's really becoming part of our life, isn't it? Okay, picked out 1, 3, and 5. Lower the third a half step. I've got E minor. Now the left hand is going to get expanded a little bit in this song as well. Let's take a peek at the left hand. Okay, the very first phrase is "What child?" Has an E minor in the right hand and 2 roots in the left hand. Okay, the next phrase are the words "is this?" Another E minor with 2 roots in the left hand, right? So the very first 2 chords in the very first section of the phrase is "What child is this?" Okay, and we're going to be singing the melody a little later on. Going on, the next chord is D major. Okay, so whole step, half step, whole step. 1, 3, and 5 is D major, a couple of roots in the left hand, who laid to rest. Okay, so let's do that whole first phrase right up to the comma. What child is this who laid to rest? Okay, going on Mary's lap. E minor, E minor. On Mary's lap. Here comes a B, and it must be B major because there's no little M there. Is sleeping. That's a nice chord. Let's just roll through the tetrachord plus a whole step pattern quick. Whole step, half step, whole step, 1, 3, and 5. Right? Couple of roots in the left hand. Okay, going on. Whom angels, E minor, greet with anthems, D major, sweet. Third line. While shepherds, look at that, watch, are keeping. Now, it says E minor, but let's just throw in just a little variety here. Let's go down to a really low E minor. Oh yeah, listen how nice that is. Okay, then we'll jump up. Fourth line, this is Christ the King. Now the chords are G, G, D, and D, and they're all major chords because there's no small M's, okay? Here's a G. This is Christ the King. Next line. Whom shepherds, E minor, guard is C, and angels, to B major, sing. Okay, let's jump up now to a high G for the last line. Haste. That makes you want to haste. That makes you want to hurry. Okay, haste is the next chord again. To bring is D major. Him laud. Laud means honor, right? It's an old word. Okay, the babe is a C major. The Son is B major. And let's go back to those low E minors. It's just so nice. Mary. All right, we found all the chords in the song. Now we're simply going to sing the melody over the top while we play those beautiful, rich, mysterious chords, okay? Look on the page where it says first melody note. It says E. Here's an E. The first melody will sound like this. Okay, we won't play it, we'll sing it like this. What child is this? Okay, let's dig in all the way through, playing all the chords, singing the melody. Here we go. What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King,
whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary.
All right, I want to show you one last thing in this song. Have you noticed on your piano that there's either 2 or 3 pedals, or if it's a real old piano and one of them might be broken off like I've seen many times, you've got 1 pedal left. Hopefully you've got at least the far right pedal. That's the pedal called the sustain pedal. Sustain means to hold. That makes everything continue ringing even after you take your fingers off the piano. It's kind of neat looking. You can amaze your friends with it. Try it once. Let's play an E minor chord. Okay, now, once I press that right pedal down, I can take my hands away and look, Mom, no hands. The chord continues ringing. Okay, try playing through the song using the sustain pedal. Now you've got a lot of things going. There's a simple rule for the sustain pedal. Here it is. Every time the chord changes, you want to make sure you let that pedal up just for a second. Otherwise, all the chords will kind of run together and you'll have a train wreck, okay? That's an interesting technique to start working with at this point. When you feel really confident and you're ready to go on, go to the next song.